Hey Crockett Crew girls, this is Holly Cox, Senior Executive Director from Tennessee and founding consultant, and I'm here today to talk to you just a little bit about changing your mindset. As you can see, I am in my vehicle because it is the only quiet place in my life. I've tried to make this video 2 times before and I've been interrupted by my husband and the FedEx guy. So I'm hoping that while I'm in car line, I can get this video made for you guys and be a small source of inspiration for your May and upcoming summer season. So Tracy asked me to share with you a little bit about my story and about changing your mindset. Like I said, I'm a founding consultant and this month will be my 10-year anniversary with 31. So as you can imagine, I've seen everything from Cindy's basement to where we are today and have had to learn a lot about changing my mindset and changing my perspective and just choosing the things that bring me joy and in my business, and really learning to ignore those things in your business that are frustrating that you can't change. So I want to talk to you specifically about 3 things that I think are really important for you to change your mindset about. Number 1, change your mindset about the party. And what I mean by that is the party is the bread and butter of your business. It is the meat and potatoes. It is the heartbeat. And when I mean the party, I mean an actual party, not a catalog party, not a Facebook party, not online sales, an actual home party or tailgate party or open house or whatever, where you are actually doing a party presentation in front of a hostess and her guests. That is where the nutrition of your business is going to be found. The rest of that is all dessert. And if any of you have ever tried to lose weight or had dietary issues, you know that if you try to live on dessert alone, eventually your health is going to fail. And that's the same thing that is so true for your business. If the only thing you're existing on is catalog parties and Facebook parties, eventually your business is going to begin to fail because you're not going to be in front of the people that you need to be to keep your business moving forward. So change your mindset about that. Whatever your party goal is, if your party goal is 2 parties a month or 4 parties a month, whatever that looks like for you and your family, which y'all have decided that that's your goal, those need to be home parties. Your goal needs to include those both being home parties. So anything over that is just dessert. It's just the icing on the cupcake. You don't want to build your party goals based on the hope that you're going to get catalog parties or a Facebook party in. And some of you guys, I know that you're have really high party averages, and so you're like, heck, I can get my $1,000 in one party. That's the wrong mindset. The number of people that you get in front of, that's where your mindset should be. So change your focus there into getting in front of more people, because eventually the more people you get into, the more circles in the pond you reach. And when you feel like you're stuck in one circle, it's because you're not partying and you're not getting in front of people you don't know. So that's the first thing. The second thing I want you to change your mindset about is recruiting. Recruiting is not about you. It is not an inward thing. It is an outward thing. And so when you're outwardly focused on recruiting, then you are sharing an opportunity, not just trying to get people to join your team. So let me just challenge you to really examine your motives for recruiting. If you're just trying to build a team or build a business or reach a certain level of leadership incentive trip or earn more stars, while there's nothing wrong with any of those things, and I know so many of you guys love a challenge and love to earn things, and so that's just like part of what drives you, and nothing is wrong with that. But when you can change your focus and change your mindset to offering an opportunity, when you can look at people and think, oh wow, I wonder who at this party could really use this opportunity and why. I wonder if this hostess could really be blessed with the opportunity of 31, or the people that you meet every day, and have the outward focus of, I'd like to share this opportunity and here's why. This is what 31 has done for me and for my family. When you have that focus, then it is much less pushy. And I think it changes your perspective on why you're offering the opportunity. Instead of recruiting, you're sharing. And I know it frees me up to be a little more bold about recruiting. So for those of you guys who may never have recruited before, or you're really hesitant to recruit because you don't want to be that girl, pushy, obnoxious, when you change your mindset about recruiting as offering an opportunity, offering something to somebody, then it makes you a little more bold in being able to do that, because you don't know who's sitting at your party who might need another job because she's being laid off or her husband's being laid off. You might not know who's sitting at your party who is thinking, oh my gosh, I don't know how we're going to buy groceries this month. And so by sharing the opportunity, you may be throwing somebody a lifeline. So just incorporate that into your thinking about recruiting, and I promise it will make recruiting so much more pleasurable for you, because you're really going to feel like you're making a difference in somebody's life, but also it's going to take some pressure off of you and that ick feeling that you feel when you feel like you're hounding somebody. So that's the second thing I want you to change your mindset on. And the third thing I want you to change your mindset on is comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. And like I said earlier, I've been doing this for 10 years. And along my journey, of course, I have met all different kinds of women. I started with Jenny Hillenberg, who is a fabulous friend. But if I compared myself to her, I would be so, I don't know, disappointed in myself, because my journey has been very different than hers. So I really want to encourage you that as we're in a business with all women, it is very, very easy to become distracted with Facebook chatter and this great idea and that great idea and which squirrel are we going to chase today, because everybody's posting these wonderful graphics and projects and incentives all over Facebook. What I want to encourage you to do is become very singly focused on your personal goals. If you're focused on your personal goals, then the distractions that are around you will kind of fade away. I love to use the example of a racehorse, and since it's Derby week, it seems appropriate. The reason why the jockeys put blinders on racehorses is because they only want them focused on one thing, and that's the finish line. They are not interested, they are not looking out of their peripheral vision at the racers on either side of them. They're only looking at one thing, and that's straight ahead, and that's the single focus that they have, which is the finish line. And so when you have a very clear focus on what your goals are to be, then it's really easy to tune out that noise and those distractions, especially those voices of comparison. So change your mindset on that. And by doing that, I want you to really think about, what's your goal for 31? Is your goal to quit your full-time job and make this your career? Great. Is your goal to make an extra $200 a month so you can pay for extracurricular activities for your kids? That's great too. And whatever your goal is, when you have identified that, then you can work toward that goal with confidence and not feel discouraged. When you are surrounded by lots of different women, sometimes we think, oh, that goal should be my goal. And that's not always the case. And in my 10-year journey, I have had to learn that I can only be responsible for my race, because at the end of it, the only person who's going to be standing there is me. So change your mindset about listening to all the different perspectives on 31. It's great to have peers and get ideas from each other and brainstorm, but always filter everything you hear through that filter of your goals and what's moving you closer to your goals. And that's true in life as well. When you can filter things through your goals, then you're going to be able to move forward with confidence and with passion. And so those are my 3 things about changing your mindset. I hope those are helpful. I hope you guys have a great May and a very, very successful summer season. Just remember, everything happens at the party. And if you're not partying, then that's where you need to be focused, and the rest of the things will really fall into place. I hope you guys have a great May. Bye.